The big story in the Premier League, the game between Manchester United and Liverpool postponed after hundreds of fans made their way into Old Trafford ahead of kick-off. Gabba, let's reflect on what happened today. Of course, this started off as a peaceful protest outside of Old Trafford that just escalated.
Yeah, now look, it remained a peaceful protest for a long time. There were protesters not just outside Old Trafford, outside a Lowry Hotel, which is where United go pregame, where the bus leaves from. There's suggestions that, very peacefully they were going to sit in and effectively not let the bus leave, or not for a long time. Eventually, what happened is a group of these protesters got inside Old Trafford, disrupted some things. People felt unsafe. The police eventually had to come and clear it out. But the message is very, very simple. These are the United fans who, they haven't hid their absolute loathing for Joe Glazer and the Glazer family more broadly for what they have done to this club over the years. And it's not about results. They know they're second in the table. They know they may well get to the Europa League final. And I think this is what makes it more interesting, by the way, is the fact that United are on the up. It's because of the way they've taken money out of the club, and it's largely because of the Super League idea. It's a different way of looking at football, and they're saying, we're your number one customers. We will make our voice heard. And it's like the green and gold protest when they took over, but there's a different mood around it. Let's see if they can sustain it.
Well, that's what I was going to bring up. This isn't the first time we've seen protests against the Glazers, Gab. I suppose that the big question is, will these protests actually make any difference?
One huge difference here, Dan. The first time that we saw the protest against the Glazers, it was about what they might do to Manchester United. Oh, look, they've loaded a load of debt onto the club, but surely they're not going to squeeze it for profits. Surely they're not going to pay themselves huge dividends every year and whatnot. Now they've gone, and that's one big difference. Now we've seen that they're happy to do that. And the other big thing is Sir Alex Ferguson was around back then. And, while he was always cagey about the Glazers, I think people didn't want to go and disrupt Sir Alex Ferguson's final seasons at Old Trafford, given what he'd done for the club and whatever else. But I think now it's different. Now you hear, United legends like Gary Neville, again, coming out very, very strongly against this ownership. I think they feel galvanized by the way the Super League was stopped dead in its tracks. I don't know. I can't tell you the momentum will carry over because there's only a couple games left in the season. Maybe it would be a different story if we were in September or October. But there is no question that the anger hasn't gone away. And, I think what's obvious is Joe Glazer clearly doesn't care what people think of him. He's going to do his own thing. So this will have to come to a head one way or another.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.